This time, at least several million. Get rich, get rich, get rich. 50,000. We agreed to find Agarwood and I take 30%. What do you want with 30%? The boat is mine, the equipment is mine. Handle the procedures for me. You're just a handy guy listening to the sound of water. Or take the money and leave. Either get out, not a single point. Take the money and leave. This 50,000 yuan buyout for a 10-year relationship. Shen Yanzhou. If you leave Haisheng, you're just a worthless coal ship. Who in Hong Kong dares to use you? I made sure he couldn't get a single job. You'd better seal off the harbor. Otherwise, I'll go out to Hai once. You're just one less bite of rice. Brother Zhou. Zhou Qihai is trying to smother you to death. He thought the sea belonged to his family. Then let him see if the sea would recognize him. Did you settle the bill today? Dispersed. Back then, even Chun Cho didn't dare to make Zhou Qihai's move. Dad doesn't need to look for him. He swallowed me. He swallowed me. I'll make him pay it back with interest. 86,000 yuan saved for building a house. Our Shen family can be poor. We can't let people step on the heat. Stop looking, that thing has been heavy twice and the console is so useless it clung to its arms. Even if dragged back, it's still an iron coffin. I want this one. You are crazy. He struggled even to drag him out of the mire. The certificate keys are all done. President Zhou was right. Shen Zhou was truly stunned. You see the iron coffin. Heard returning to the boat. I heard a ship still trying to return to the sea. The main unit is completely rusty. Zhou Qihai had been watching No for half a year. Then let him have fun. The more they underestimate it, the worse you fall. Brother Zhou, this thing is even more effective than sonar. Sonar looks at shape. He could hear the hollow below. Shen Yanzhou, is the iron coffin repaired? Do you want me to pay you a wreath? Ah ha ha ha. The iron coffin woke up. Are you ready? Shen Yanzhou, your ship doesn't even have sidesweep sonar. Prepare to find the boat by sight. Ha 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 ha. Rely on the ears. Master Shin can listen to the sound of water. Will the underwater vault float up on its own if it hears its pour? Alright, I'll show you what legitimate salvage really means. Brother Zhou really fought them for it, but it wasn't really a competition. It's about taking back what they can't see. Today, Haisheng took on a $1,000,000 liquidation order. Retrieve the safe from the missing speedboat. If you dare to talk to me, you'd better hurry up and slow down. The box is mine. Ha 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 ha. Having the equipment is your business. Whether I can find it is my business. Jay Chow's safe is 300 meters southwest from the robotic arm to grab it. They caught 3 rounds. Why haven't you hooked it yet? The lure 20 side is a sonar blank zone. Keep scanning. So the box is there. He had entered a blind spot. Let's wait and see how the crane arm hangs glue. Brother Zhou, play a bit wrong. Our carving would be ruined. Don't make mistakes. Sink the hook 12 meters and slow down by 3 minutes. There isn't even sonar positioning. Still daring to enter blind spots. If his hook could catch the box. I ate the radar. Stopped at the left half a meter below the white road. It really hangs up. Rise. Ha 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 ha. Brother Zhou has something inside. The equipment is good. Unfortunately, he couldn't understand the hidden language of the sea. Could it be that Shen Yanzhou actually managed to scoop them up? The iron box was already empty. Shen Yanzhou, you fussed around for a long time and only managed to pull back a lump of iron. Open it and take a look. Oh, if there really is something, this fragrance must be worth several million. Zhou Qihai uses 3 pieces of equipment to handle scrap metal. Shen Yanzhou scoops the treasury with a single hook. Su Family Maritime Market auctioned off this batch of items from Su Qingtan. I can take Mr. Su at the highest insurance settlement price. He was lucky. Good luck. He can enter sonar blind spots. Then why didn't President Zhou go in? To ensure complete filing. The Agarwood number matches the right to enter the insurance settlement process legally. Scold. Who dares to unload goods for Shen Yanzhou? Don't even think about taking Haisheng's jobs anymore. $800 per hour settled on demand. Brother Shen, I'll deal with the work left from Hai tomorrow. Make money today. Mr. Su, the future goods will be much bigger than this box. Brother Zhou's money hasn't even warmed up yet. The boat is the real source of the livelihood. A hard rice bowl. Only then would someone be afraid of you eating. Mr. Shen, I would like to discuss the terms of long-term cooperation. Su is responsible for insurance clearing, auction channels, and Haisheng compliance. You're in charge of finding and salvaging the shipwreck. Preserve cargo revenue. 37 U7. The Shiragu sank 20 years ago. The main warehouse insurance vault is missing. Many people have tried but failed. They search with their eyes. I searched by sea. Yesterday, these people were still calling each other senior brother. Turn your face today. Zhou Qihai was so scared that he blocked the road. So what should we do? Diving equipment with oil sourced from Lingang. It's the wheel that fell out in our group's warehouse. I looked up the inventory of retired engineering ships. President Su, you really want to do it for him. This offended the entire old circle of Tsangwang port. President Zhou, you might have misunderstood. You can't represent the whole port and you won't count them all. The Gull ship set sail early tomorrow morning will have already been broken. Broken or not. The undersea will tell me. Shen Yanzhou was about to scrap iron again. President Su probably picked the wrong person this time. Haha. Brother Zhou's metal down there is too messy. Even the newly installed searchlights were hard to see. The main warehouse didn't break anywhere. In them. In places none of them dared to touch. Shen Yanzhou, you'd better bury the boat in two. Such massive wreckage. Experts even say the main warehouse is gone. Because the main granary is hidden beneath the ship's belly. Sea mud covered him. The sonar only saw fragments. He dared to stretch his arm in. If the bulkhead collapses, the grab arm is scrapped metal. Grab your arm so you don't touch the bulkhead. On the left side of the immortal terrace, the food was cut off and he sat illuminated. It really is still there. Isn't it still there? She waited 20 years. Finally, someone heard him. Brother Zhou is about to carry up to 80% of the load. It is recommended to abandon the whole position and switch to cutting and sampling. Cutting will cause water ingress. What's inside will be destroyed. Then there is no way. I said the main warehouse isn't something he can touch. This time, Shen Yanzhou would lose the crane arm. 12 minutes left. The tide recedes. What use is the ebb tide? The ebb tide and upstream drain the floating mud from beneath the muddy slope. We don't deadlift. Let the sea let it loosen on its own. Crane arm with 3% force. The main unit reverses. Nine by 5 pulling the boom again will cause an explosion. Without adding lifting arms. Family. He relieved the crane arm with the entire floating boat. How could this broken tug possibly hold up? The Chun Mao is not a fast ship. He is a tugboat. You can't drag the sea. What am I buying it for? Here it comes. The vault door is out. Zhou Qihai. This is what you mean by a scrapped ship. The lock cylinder was bitten to death by the sea. Forced meetings damaged internal structures. Is there any other way? Shen Yanzhou, you still want to hear more. You could really tell when the door was locked. Three left squares, right half of the circle stop. Oh my God, it's all gold bricks. He was a junk collector at a shipyard. Why should you suppress me? President Zhou. Many crew members now want to go to Shen Yanzhou's side. Then let them go. I want to take a look. No oil, no spoilage, no dock. Can be salvaged for several days. Brother Zhou, now it's basically a new one. Not enough. When I checked the White O files, I found another line. Interesting. Is merely a legend. A silver ingot from 100 years ago. Even if there really was, it would have long been buried by sea mud. Besides, Chenyin Bay doesn't have stable coordinates. Rushing into the bay is just asking for trouble. Winning with words is useless. Only by pulling the goods out can you win. Scold. This was left by your grandfather. He had visited Chenyin Bay when he was young. After returning, he only said one sentence. Where there is a sound, it will ring. What do you mean? Everyone would look for the curved heart. The real fleet wreckage lies behind the tide. The door opens once before the storm. Zhou Zongzhen entered Chenyin Bay. Humph, Shen Yanzhou can go. Why can't I go? This time I'll go first. He wanted to intercept who? He was told to go to Chenyin Bay first. It's not about who arrives first. Anyone can take the item. This place is full of shipwrecks. Under General Zhou Zong's command, it wasn't a fleet. It's a reef trap. Brother Zhou, you knew you would make a mistake all along. Everyone was looking toward the curved heart. But the answer is backward. Brother Zhou's is even emptier than a crooked heart. The voice found the fleet, not sunk in the bay. They were swept in, swept up here, piled beneath the mud. Hold your horses. The silver was still at the very bottom. Brother Zhou, this isn't a ship. It was an entire fleet. This is a forced pull. The entire wreckage would collapse. Can't be pulled, it needs to be dismantled. Take the picture. When a storm hits Manchester City, he couldn't even take a single plank with him. First, use decayed wood, then adjust the ballast stones. Truly a master, truly a master. And to separately move the ruler and ministers. Below is a mechanism box. The rope was worn out. The break was smooth. Someone had touched Shen Yanzhou. The storm is approaching. Don't let your broken ship sink on silver to test the waters. Hey, let's first scoop up the cargo accounts and report back to the Emperor. The experimental boat withdrew. No withdrawal. There are still 20 minutes before the storm. The iron cart wrapped the spare rail around the bow anchor. That's the tugboat owner's first seat, not a drop point. Today it's the fishing spot to understand. Brother Zhou, the bow is under too much force. The first seat will crack. He is a late ocean tugboat. It was born into something Toby himself had grown. No forced pulling or following the crowd. He turned the entire ship into a decouple. It's impossible to come up. It's done. Tell him. What I scooped out was more than just salt. And there was evidence that he had acted on it. Shen Yanzhou probably won't be able to come back. Shen Yang didn't have any silver at all. Shen Yanzhou still lingers in the wind. I guess the ship is gone. It was Chun Maohao who had returned. Let Hua kill them all. 100 years ago, the caravan silver ingots were perfectly preserved and numbered in excellent condition. This batch is worth at least 20 million. Wow, they've really struck a treasure. This is the main anchor on my ship. Regiment. Before leaving port, someone cut me off. Tich, this has nothing to do with me. You think cutting off wax can destroy everything? What evidence do you have? Guess if I have a video. No. Please cooperate with the investigation. Don't use a broken or rotten one to slander someone. Wear and tear at sea is normal. The iron chain opened the black box. This was modified by Brother Zhou. Pretending to be a mess is just a mess. Oh, President Zhou said. He won't be able to return from the storm. Yes. This person wasn't sent by me. Hold your horses. There is also a paragraph. Do not cut it off completely. Leave one layer and wait for him to go deep before reporting. Oh, he actually wants to harm someone's life. The legal team is already on the way. The net is closed. You think cutting off wax can destroy everything. What evidence do you have? Guess if I have a video. No. Not a single cent was paid for contract cancellation. Brother FA still has leftover money to pay us back with his hard-earned money. The money Zhou Qihai owed had to be repaid today. He almost made Chun Maohao unable to come back. Serves him right. Deserve. Yanzhou. In the past, we were the ones who didn't dare to speak. Now Haisheng has fallen. They still need to eat at home. Do you need people over there? Brother Zhou and the others had watched plenty of drama before. Stay clean and clean. If there are bad debts, you have to pay them yourself. Yanzhou, thank you. What I want is a salvage team. It's not that kind of mess. Boss Shen, is Black Tea still hiring? No matter how strong I want to join, it's just a broken ship. What kind of atmosphere could it become? There was an international salvage event. The bidding target was a shipping ship from the ocean bank that had been missing for 30 years. The competitors are overseas giants. The equipment is 10 times stronger than ours. We just started competing with these giants. They have the equipment. I have the sea. This time, it wasn't a fight within the harbor. If you lose, international peers will laugh at you. Let them laugh first. Only after laughing did he remember. Alright, I'll get the cleaning materials ready to start. Brother Zhou, I trust you. Ha ha ha, this is the local team Su Group has brought in. He dared, our ship was a wrecked one. Let him put down the equipment. The water flow is too chaotic, so I changed the route. A Lu Chenxiao is about to enter time and space. The equipment is quite expensive and makes a loud noise. The sunken ship is not at the bottom of the cliff, but stuck halfway up. Are you sure? Make sure she hasn't fallen yet. Yayao hadn't looked into the root of her hand at all. They need to spot deep-sea ship silhouettes with the naked eye. Haha, turn off multiple engines and leave only the main unit. Turn off all low-speed engines and leave only the main unit. "400 meters under the searchlight. This depth may not be enough for the old lamp. If you can't hold on, just move in a new. Just get a new one. It's really on your waist. No way. Our sonar didn't show there was a ship there. Your sonar is seeing the rock face. What I heard was the air in the cabin not having escaped completely. Damn. Listening. How could that be? Once again, he heard the answer where no one else could see. Cut off the stern with blasting. Then tow the main cabin separately. Blasting the vault will destroy it. It's better than getting nothing at all. There was no response. You have a better way. There is a natural groove along the right side of the seam. Use the tow cable to get around. Drag the stern in reverse. There is nothing there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you don't have it. Hold it steady, crush it, and send it into the rock crevice. Hey, it failed. Not failure. He was telling us where the entrance was. Move 1 meter to the right, sink half a meter. Move 1 meter to the right and sink it down, then half a meter to get it in place. No way. The groove didn't show up at all. Following the undercurrent. He even calculated the entrance accurately. Why is the towing force of this old tugboat so strong? Because it's not meant to look good. Finding it doesn't mean you can open it. You can go to Yen Prefecture. You are responsible for impossible. I am responsible. Open this door. Just leave it to him. That broken ship looked like a monster that shouldn't exist. It's like he slowly shows up and now adds half the price. Offset by 1 CUN. The main granary then fell off the cliff. It can only be dragged back to land as a whole. Can't be dragged away. It will break. Then there's no other way. The atmosphere does not dare to breathe. Is he crazy? This is not listening to music. The first ring is 4 from the left. The second ring stands on the right and the third ring without moving. Just listen and open it. Old Suo fears rust. But he recognized the voice. Qingtang really made the right bet. The preliminary estimate is at least 90 million. Zhong, have we gotten too rich? What is that? Not like insurance goods. According to the rules, all files must be submitted to the organizer for joint review. Feel relieved. My stuff is just as little. Not mine. I didn't take a single sword. This Chinese person is different. What he wanted was never just money. This box is no ordinary item. Mr. Shen. Your boat is old. But your understanding of the sea is new. My boat is like that. My sea is not saved. That iron coffin back then truly became legendary. You can now switch to a better boat. Not in a hurry. He accompanied me from the abandoned ship shoal to here. Wait until I have a fleet. He also has to make a flagship. That flag sword is a bit ugly. Ha ha ha, being a bit ugly is fine. At first glance, others look down on her. Only after the second glance do you remember it well. This is why you are never in a hurry to prove it. You dare to come. I want to find Shen Yanzhou. Take the money and leave. Yanzhou, I was wrong. Give me a bite to eat. Will they clear out the bottom of the warehouse? Meeting. So start by cleaning the forbidden city from the bottom granaries. Brother Zhou almost ruined our debts. The law has already calculated it. The rice bowl is cut from the lowest point. This is not forgiveness. It made me relearn how to be a good person. Ha ha ha. Brother Zhou finally felt like the boss was steering the boat. New ships do not need to be outfitted in advance. The new ship is equipped. Chun Mao has a good temper. It is what changes your life. He was not the one who changed his fate. I don't believe it. Without Zhou Qihai he couldn't survive. So what's next? Kuroshio Fleet. I want every echo in the ocean floor to be heard. This guy once scolded you alongside Zhou Qihai. This blockade was heavily embellished during the supply line. This one is even more outrageous. Before, you said our Chun Wanghao would sink sooner or later. How about technology? Not bad. Are your hands and feet clean? No bad debts were found. Then Lu Shiyong. Brother Zhou, you're really too big-hearted. Working at sea cannot rely solely on speed. What I lack is people, not enemies. President Shin, I don't ask for a high salary. I just hope to be given one chance to catch up. What's the biggest fear of going into business? Afraid of feeling guilty. Remember this phrase. Tomorrow, I'll board the ship. Ah, this isn't a file. This is the treasure map under the sea. Don't be happy too early. The rest are either too deep or too dangerous. The black box does not have an insurance number, so I suspect it's not ordinary cargo. Is it worth it? If it's just a sample of mineral samples, it's not worth much. But if the black box belongs to the deep-sea research program that was missing years ago, value, and cannot be attacked. Ready to pass on now. Well. This time, it's not about searching for a vault. It's about finding a secret swallowed by the sea. There are multiple metallic reactions at the edge of the deep trench, but none of them are complete. The incomplete part is because the hull is broken into 3 pieces. Oh, you heard it. The front section is on the slope. The middle section is covered with mud. The tail section slipped into the ditch. Where is the black box? But the decision was not made. If the risk is too high, you can give up. It's all at the door. How could you not knock? Stabilized. Now take the black box. Scold. You need to make a safety rope for him. Well. Chun Maohao dropped another half a space backward. The new ship retreated 3 fawn to the right. Stabilized. Now take the black box. No black box is visible. He is in the lower right corner. Pressed beneath 2 copper pipes. This was the emblem of the Deep Sea Research Institute back then. There was also one that couldn't hold out and gave up on the Okura Insurance black box. This could be even more troublesome than a vault. Trouble is worth its weight too. Where's this Chan Yuan belt located? There were rumors from 30 years ago. Ancient treasure ship wreckage was discovered there. But later the project was shelved. All information disappears. Baochuan was uncertain. Could also just be a misjudgment. It wasn't a misjudgment. What makes you sure there are flies in the stone? He did not come from the seabed. He came from the belly of the boat. He can't go. Go legally, but be legal. Only salvage goods that can be salvaged and cleared. Suspected artifacts and archives. None of these were handed over. Mr. Shen. The Chun Yuan belt is not something a single ship can swallow. Can cooperate. But command is mine. Why? Because last time you didn't even see where the ship was. There is a problem with the magnetic field here. Coordinates will drift. Withdraw. It's too dangerous. Not a ship. It is 700 meters ahead of the fleet. 3 large cavities. Arranged like a lake escort boat. If it really is an ancestral lineage. The back of the pot was protected by them. This is very likely the Lanting, which disappeared 100 years ago. Rumor has it that the ship carries royal collections and escort money. How much would that be worth? First, remember not to touch any suspected artifacts carelessly. Why is the modern equipment box next to the ancient ship? Back then, the Chongqing ship came here not just to discover treasure ships. They may have taken away something they had done. These can be liquidated. Then, let's get started. Don't touch it. The old market escort box has a self-destructing mechanism. Forcing it will destroy documents. This has already exceeded the safe limit. What about Brother Zhou? No case pulling, no chain cutting. You can only move it to cool down first. The robotic arm enters from the lower left, and there is only 20 centimeters there. That's enough. Brother Zhou, this isn't salvage. It was like dismantling bones from a sunken ship. If you mess it up, even a single bone will shatter. The exposed gang specializes in river robbery, and the salvage team takes advantage of the chaos to steal goods and enter the black market. Quickly call the police and evacuate. They can't get through. Why do they move beneath the surface water and have backdraft currents? The salvage vessel has entered the dangerous undercurrent zone. The maritime patrol ship entered along the route I provided. You already knew they would come to bow. Once word got out, people would always want to snatch it. Then why do you make the filing public? How could they lure them right in front of Haisheng? These can't be auctioned. It must be urgently submitted to the archives. It wasn't for nothing. Not ours. No. Initial value exceeds 120 million. Mr. Shen, you can completely sell the archives. No one will know. Haisheng. The equipment couldn't find the boat. The boat that cannot be found in the community. Shen Yanzhou could tell. Legally unavailable cultural relics are jointly recognized as cultural treasures. Gray Old Fire refused. Brother Zhou, this money really isn't worth it. If a brick gets blackened once, no one will believe in our whiteness. I am preparing to establish a joint maritime fund. Proper salvage, insurance settlement, and underwater protection are all provided. Do you want to be a co-founder? I don't understand finance. You understand the sea and I understand the rest. Ahem. Then what do I know? You know how to repair ships. Chanmuha also left him with the first ear. The fleet can trade blood. One cannot forget the roots. The entire Kuroshio fleet conducted a sea trial. Now you are finally no longer a ship. It used to be a ship. Stay, and later it becomes a fleet. Permission was granted to stay. Mr. Suzong. You bet the group canal on a man who runs a junk ship. This is not an investment, it's emotion. Among the Kuroshio project revenues. You've all seen it. Past gains do not represent the future. Unless he secures the Haihuang insurance liquidation case 3 days later. Confirm the main insurance warehouse within 3 days. Otherwise, the fund will be handed over to retain control. They were forcing themselves to fight desperately. You cannot answer. You dared to bet the first piece of agarwood on me back then. Now it's my turn to press you. The title of Sea Emperor. We'll meet him. The equipment was all inadequate. Shen Yanzhou could even recognize the cruise ship by ear. Mr. Su only had 3 days left. It's not about telling him to meditate and shut up. Watch. The main safety compartment is not inside the hull. What do you mean? It was thrown out by the safety ejection pod. It got stuck in that crack. Yes. Got it. Just seeing reflections doesn't prove it's a safe case. Huang Haozhu confirmed in the main insurance cabin. Confirm within 3 days. Shen Yanzhou spent 3 hours. Just confirmed they hadn't fished it out yet. Is there a way? If you need the entire Black Nest fleet to coordinate effectively, the mothership is steady upstream. 2 tugboats pulled sideways toward the Chun Mao, waiting to stay. Bring him out of the crack. Tug number 1 took position. Tug number 2 is in position. Mothership crane arm locking. The left boat was reduced by half a rank. The right boat steadied the mothership. Don't mention waiting for the wave first. Why didn't he just pull it outright? Because she was waiting at sea to help her. Right now. It's out. It's out. Rush, rush. Well preserved. Conservatively valued at over 200 million yuan. Does the controlling stake in the Maritime Fund need to be reconsidered? Brother Zhou, this time we've finally secured our position. Standing firm is just the beginning. The seabed is honester than the land. How capable you are. How much echo he gives you. Kuroshio, deep, and Su Shurhai City Fund. It is precisely long-term binding. You're not afraid of being called emotional investing again. Now they just say I have good taste. Do you regret it? Regret. I regret only seeing the money and not the person back then. Mr. Shen. Tomorrow I'll go to the training class. The bottom silo is cleaned and cleared properly. If you want to keep going, go learn the black turtle salvage process. If your grandfather saw this, how happy would he be? He would complain that I bought too few boats. Hee. The entire Black Nest fleet obeyed the order to set sail. You're not like someone who prepares tea. No wonder Han Shueshing brewed it a bit bitter. This is Shen Yanzhou's first time meeting you. I thought you were just a down-and-out salvage shark. What happened later? Later I realized you looked like a shipwreck. The outside was all rust. Inside is a vault. I'm putting Su Shurhai in custody because of you. It's because you know what should be taken and what should not be touched. From now on, every time I go to sea, I'll show you everything clearly. See clearly what it is. Seeing clearly that it's not luck is also seeing clearly. I want to walk far with you. Brother Zhou's pause matrix received a repeat signal. This was 100 years ago. There was a missing person record. Outside the Lanting's escort fleet, there is also an unregistered main ship. Location. This time, it might not be as simple as just a vault. The deeper the sea, the more it hides things. The Kuroshio fleet slowed down with the Chun Mao ahead. You are sure to go in. I heard it. Inside, a ship still has its eyes closed.